Alright, first off, Marcel, praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahshai Bashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS and all your brothers and the Iwies and the Bibles doing the work of the Most High in sincerity and in truth. Once a shalom. Alright, this is your brother Awar again. Alright, with another lesson. Alright, this lesson is about carnal friends and being in the truth, right? Being a spiritual man, you have to watch how you move around the men you call friends that are not in the truth. These are carnal friends, yeah, right? They're supposed to move away from those type of niggas. If them don't want to run with your truth, right, or run with the truth of the scriptures, that you're because remember you was in a carnal state of mind, right? And now you move away from that and you come to the light, right? You try to bring everybody with you to the light, yeah, because I know to be in that carnal state, basically you're a dead person, right? You're spiritually dead, right? And a carnal man, there's only one thing a carnal man good for, right? There's only one use a carnal man have, and that is to live to please the flesh, right? So you being around a person like that, you have to watch yourself, yeah. Right, you know is a spiritual man. Yeah, you have to give up that. Yeah, if you can use the world, you use the world to try to get through in life, yeah. But don't dedicate yourself to a carnal person. Right? Yeah, you have to know what you want, yeah. And know where you stand with Yahweh Bashem Yahshai. Right? Know who you surround yourself with. Right? Hey, if you not try to get a brother, a carnal man from out of a carnal state of mind to the light, hey, there's no reason or purpose, right, than to get through in life. If you have to deal with people, you deal with people just for deal with people's sake. But don't get too close to a carnal man if you not try to bring him around to the light, yeah. Right? So just so going on the scripture and show you that, hey, even the scripture itself disagree with you having carnal friends like that, yeah. Right? You have to avoid carnal people as much as possible. You don't need carnal friends. If it's friends you need, you don't need carnal friends, yeah. You don't need carnal brothers. Right? You as a spiritual man, you don't need carnal brothers. Right? Let me just go into the scripture. Alright, the first scripture is Romans 8. So, okay. Yeah, Romans 8 and 6. It said, this is Romans 8 verse 6. For to be carnal minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because a carnal mind is enmity against God, for it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be. So they that are in the flesh cannot please God, right? So that are what the carnal mind, they not try to please the Most High. Them try to please them flesh, yeah? The pleasure of the flesh, lust of the flesh. Right? Them a carnal man really have nothing for battle or nothing for just like how Paul did a battle in the flesh, and the flesh the spirit of war against the flesh, and the flesh of war against the spirit. A carnal man don't have the spirit yet. So him not have nothing for battle or nothing for fight. The flesh, when the flesh desire certain things, him have to just allow the flesh, yeah? Him don't know better. A carnal man don't know better. And even if you tell a carnal man better, hey, if the Most High don't want him get it, him now will get it. Right? So even if you tell a carnal man, say, hey, don't do this or don't do that, hey, him not going to take that, yeah? So you leave men like them, they're alone, man, and everybody you can teach. Right? And everybody make forget this truth. Now if you're there on a carnal brother and him don't make forget this truth, and you try to teach him and him still not get it, him still don't give a rat's ass about the word of Yahweh, Bashim Shai. Hey, leave that nigga alone, yeah. You don't need to be all buddy and friend with a carnal nigga like that. Right? Let me read it again. This is Romans 8 verse 6. For to be carnal minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Right? Because when you're carnal, you're basically dead, yeah? The scripture saying in Proverbs, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. Right? A carnal minded man I go live in a sin. This is why the scripture say, for it is not subject to the law of God. So I'm gonna do all small manner of wickedness when I feel like you want to, because I'm gonna please the flesh. Right? You cannot please the flesh and the spirit at the same time, yeah? Right? You cannot please both. Either pleasing the flesh or you're pleasing the spirit, yeah? And as I say, a carnal minded man don't know better, because him don't have nothing to correct him. Him don't have a spirit to correct him. Him don't have righteousness to correct him. So him can always live and dwell in the flesh. Him can always live and dwell in unrighteousness, yeah? Him always gonna do things to oppose the words of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Right? Jump to another scripture. This is James 4 and 4. It says, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God. Right? Because there's no good thing dwelling in this world, yeah? Right? There's no good thing dwelling in this world. Right? Hey, we look forward to a better world where we'll live and dwell in righteousness. Right? This world that we're living in now is for carnal minded people, yeah? That live and dwell in wickedness, that oppose everything against Yahweh Bashim Shai. Right? Next scripture. Ephesians 5 and 11. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. Right? So we're not supposed to have no fellowship with the carnal minded nigga, yeah? We are pre all manner of wickedness, we are pre adultery, we are pre faggotism, we are pre all manner of wickedness, everything that oppose the scripture, yeah? Right? This is what the works of, it says, have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. Hey, when they're around them, supposed to reprove them, yeah? You know, make the sense with they're around them and now reprove them, now bring out the scripture. Hey, I mean, when they're on a carnal minded man, but let me speak for myself, when they're on a carnal minded nigga, saying, hey, and you hear my chat one bag of shit, you just can't sit well with the spirit, yeah? You don't want they're on a nigga like that. If you're there on a nigga like that, right, a chat a bag of shit and you can't reprove him, then you need to check yourself. Right? If a spirit no push you to move or leave from around a nigga like that, yeah, you need to check yourself, yeah. It come like water and oil, can't mix. The moment you're there on a nigga like that, you just want to move because it hurt the spirit. It grieves your spirit, yeah. It grieves your spirit for hear all the unrighteousness and the wickedness that come out of a nigga like that mouth. Right? So you're supposed to ask yourself, hey, when we need carnal friends, you don't need carnal friends yet. What you need is the brotherhood, yeah? Right? Next scripture. 1 John 1 and verse 7. This is 1 John 1 verse 7. But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship one with another. Right? So we have fellowship if we walk in the light. Yeah, you have fellowship with who? Have fellowship with those that walk in the light, yeah? Right? Have fellowship with those that walk in the light. Right? If you walk with a nigga when they're in the light, if you not shine the light upon him, it don't make no sense. Right? Let me read that again. It said, but if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship one with another, and the blood of Yahushua Hamashiach, Son, cleanseth us from all sin. Right? So, hey, you have fellowship with who? The brotherhood, yeah? Those that are in the same light as you. Right? As the image that I have up first, to say, hey, surround yourself with those with the same mission as you, yeah? Don't surround yourself too much with these carnal-minded nigga, yeah? Because our carnal-minded nigga gonna help you in what way? For salvation. What way in towards salvation a carnal-minded nigga can help you? Right? Let me just jump to the scripture real quick. The scripture in Ecclesiastes 4 verse 9. It's this Ecclesiastes 4 verse 9. It said, two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. Who's that is talking? That is talking about the brotherhood. Brothers in the brothers that are aiming for what? For the reward that we are getting paid for, yeah? The laborers, yeah? Men that are on the same mission as you. Right? For if they fall, one will lift up his fellow. No, if you're in a carnal man, you know, body, good friends, right? Out, right? If you are falling, our carnal man is going to lift you up. When a carnal man don't know better, yeah. Right? You need to surround yourself with those on the same mission as you. Those who can reprove you if you're going off, yeah. A carnal man not gonna reprove you if him see you sleep with the next man woman. A carnal man not gonna reprove you if him see you commit adultery, yeah. A carnal minded man not gonna reprove if him see you do any form or anything against the scriptures, yeah. Right? This is why you have to surround yourself with those on the same mission as you, yeah? Those laborers that have the light. He said, for if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth. No, hey, and basically you're alone if you fall it, yeah? If you're with a carnal friend and you're falling, you're alone because you're the only one that's supposed to have the light. But guess what? You're going off. And you don't have anyone there to lift you up. Then a carnal nigga, than a dead nigga. You're walking on with a dead nigga, yeah? How can the dead lift up the living, yeah? He said, for he had not another to help him up. Right? Next scripture is 2 Corinthians 6 verse 14. It said, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion hath light with darkness. Right? So it can't mix. Righteousness and unrighteousness can't mix together, yeah? Right? So you're not supposed to have no fellowship with unrighteousness, yeah? And the scripture tell you that. Right? Unbelievers, hey, you don't need to be buddy with no unbelievers, yeah? Right? No time when we need each other, you know, time when we need brotherhood. Right? Next scripture I go to is Amos 3, verse 3. It says, can two walk together except they be agree? Hell no. Right? Yeah, you're a man of the Lord, you're a man in light. Right? A carnal man is of the flesh, and righteous, wicked. A carnal man don't want to have anything to do with whatever you are doing, because you're making him feel bad with your righteousness. Him no want to hear your reproof. Right? A carnal man don't want to hear your words, yeah? So you guys can't walk. It's either you are going to believe what him say, or you are going to listen to what him say, and you're going to feel good about what him say being a carnal man. Right? And you're going to do what him do. Or him going to do what you do. And walk in righteousness, yeah? And walk in the light. Right? But if you not do what the carnal man do, and the carnal man not do what you are do, hey, what the sense, what the purpose of the friendship? See? What is the purpose of the friendship? Right? Instead of drawing near to a carnal man, draw near to the brother. Let me go into that scripture here. And it's the final scripture, because I think the point was made. So let me just stop it off with this scripture, because I need to draw nigh to the brotherhood, yeah? Not to carnal niggas who can't help you right now. Right? This is Hebrews chapter 10 verse 22. Let us draw near with a true heart in full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promise. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much more as ye see the day approaching. Right? We're in a serious times now, yeah. We're in a times of prophecies. We say some serious prophecies are happening right now. Right? We are almost at the end of this thing. We don't need to dare on a carnal nigga. We're gonna join the spirit, and we're gonna lead we off certain way, yeah. We need to flick ourselves with carnal niggas, yeah. Now one time we need to draw close to the brotherhood. When we see the day come out, and we see the time of living in now, so now I know no time for play around with carnal niggas, yeah. Right? Now the time we're supposed to draw close to each other. Right? And have our minds set on that goal, yeah. Have our minds set on the promise that was promised to our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, yeah. Now what time we're supposed to draw near and pray for the Most High, bring down this wicked system, yeah, and kill carnal niggas, yeah. Always remember that two-thirds of our people is meant for destruction. You don't want to be caught up with two-thirds of our people, yeah. Then two-thirds of our people are going to lead you off. Right? So with that, I want to say all praises, glory and honor to Yahweh, Bashim Rashai, Bashim Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of James and all your brothers in the highways and the byways doing the work of the Most High in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.